Big game coverage live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
So we're live here on Radio Row, and this is the beauty of Radio Row, is things are moving fast as we go. And so we're live. The great Mike Golic on his way over here gets intercepted by Ryan Leaf, and he is here on Radio Row now. We will get everything set up for Mike Golic as he gets set up, set down.
There he is.
We're having trouble with the video thing. It's live, so
there we are.
You know, we're not even going to mess with it.
If I tried to push any of those buttons to push in, we would be off air.
Well, and look, people would rather see you.
I mean, look at that.
Look
how great you guys have done this.
Dude, it's incredible.
And you know what? As I've mentioned to a couple others, everything's so small now.
I know.
Easily portable.
It is, but still, it's a couple of not so technical old guys trying to make all this work. See, like I don't know what's going on with the one that's supposed to be there for you.
Well, that looks better up there anyway.
Yeah, what is this supposed to be doing? Is this supposed to have our picture on it?
Yeah.
This ain't us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened.
But you know what? We got 3 iPads here. 2 of them have us on it. You do that in baseball, we're all millionaires.
Well, we're 2 out of 3, so we're good. We would do really well. Yeah. Mike Golic, first off, congrats on all your success since leaving the company. I remember at the Super Bowl in Phoenix, what was that, 48, 49?
Oh, my God, the rain and how cold it was?
I kind of remember that, but I remember as I was working with Dat Wynn at the time. He was
right.
Before he decided to go print money with Chick-fil-A, right? So, but you were like, I'm getting close to the end and, you know, the grind. You haven't stopped. You left ESPN, dude, but you haven't stopped.
I thought I was going to slow down some, but again, I wanted to stay there. I wanted to keep doing the show, and you know they wanted me to move on, which is cool. I mean, like I said, when I got cut by NFL teams, they wanted me to move on too, and I didn't have a say in it, so I just moved on. But I wanted to keep doing stuff, so I actually did a lot this year, probably more than I should have. I ended up doing college games every Saturday, 10 NFL games, and now I'm going to work the Super Bowl, a couple of podcasts, some TV on every Monday. And I thought, my wife was like, you're doing more than when you were doing the show. I said, well, I'm only going to do that for this year, and then next year I'll decide. And that's been, I guess, the best part of it. I can kind of decide what direction I want to go. But I do miss daily talk. I do miss kind of jumping into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
You got our number.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. You could call. But the perspective that you bring, the passion that you bring to this. I mean, people enjoy listening to you. I miss you on the radio.
I miss talking to people. Like I said, I never wanted to talk at anybody. I just want to talk to them. And, you know, sometimes they're right. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. You know, who knows? You just have fun. I always wanted to make it like we were sitting at a bar having a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is what we do. Now, as our station has grown, how do I say this politely? We would never have added a local morning show to replace Mike and Mike or Golic and Wingo. Now we have a local morning show on from 7 to 10 Central with Rob Thompson and Rudy J.
Yeah. Yeah, times they are a change.
They certainly are. Now, speaking of change, I was really surprised to see Junior moving on. And that came out of nowhere, quit during Super Bowl week.
Well, it did, and it all had to do with timing of contract and everything on when his was up. And so here's what I'll say about Mike. Mike obviously has done a great job, you know, and he knows what he went through when he first got it, you know, how do I get the job, the nepotism. Like, you know, he lived through all that. He self-deprecated through all that to kind of, you know, just he understood it, but he's been standing on his own 2 feet for years. I mean, you don't stay around and do what he's doing if you're not doing well. Hell, ESPN didn't want me anymore, so I have not like I got power to. No, he stayed there for years after I was gone. So he's made a decision, and I'm going to respect his right to let everybody know when he wants to about what he's going to do. That's my professional way of saying I'm not telling anybody where he's going next, because if I do before him, he'll hurt me.
He's a big boy. He can't.
He's a big boy, and he knows where every surgery was, and he would take it out on me. But he is going to be just fine and very busy.
Proud dad.
Yeah, very, very proud.
Boy, you can see that. Yeah. Go back. When you were playing football, did you ever dream in your wildest dreams that you'd be doing media and this kind of stuff?
No, I mean, the last couple of years in the league, I started doing stuff for ESPN because I did a local spot on Randall Cunningham's show when I was with the Eagles. And right place, right time, it won like a local Emmy. And so ESPN kind of called me and said, hey, in your bye week or in the off season, you want to do a few things with us? I said, sure. So that's kind of how I stayed in touch with them. But I just thought when it ended, I'd do what most players did, go in the booth, which I did, went in the booth. But and because I was in the booth, and then they started what is NFL Live now, used to be NFL Tonight.
Right.
Me, Mark Malone, Sean Salisbury, and Merrill Hodge.
Right,
we were the originals of that. So, but then I was doing all of that while doing local radio in Phoenix. And then one time I flew to ESPN to do some studio work, and they were like, we want to start a national morning show. You want to move here? And I was like, okay. And it was actually with Tony Bruno first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who was from Philly, who I knew from Philly. That happened was for a year, and then Greeny for the next 17. I never saw that part of it coming. And even when it started, had no idea how long it would last, and it just, it just clicked at the right time. Timing is everything. I think the biggest thing for us nowadays, when people start a new show, you, especially nationally, like at ESPN, you're starting in front of hundreds of affiliates. Everybody gets an initial reaction in the social media world, and you're tagged right away. Greeny and I had 3-4 years where nobody was listening to us. We only had one affiliate when we started in Chicago.
Wow.
It slowly built. We weren't even heard in Hartford, where ESPN is. Our bosses couldn't even listen to us. So we got to work through all our early stuff together. It actually was a blessing. So by the time we got more affiliates, we kind of had some time under our belt. And then it just kind of took off between radio and TV.
Mike Golic joining us here on The Blitz on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. Super Bowl time, all the talk. Rams, Bengals. Well, I mean, we've covered so many of the storylines, and there's so many good storylines here. When you think about the game Sunday, and you're going to be working it, what's the one area you figure with both of these teams they can't do this if they're going to win?
Well, the biggest mismatch is the Bengals offensive line pass blocking and the rush of the Rams. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So I would be stunned if Burrow doesn't get sacked in this game, but he's the only quarterback ever to make the Super Bowl who's been sacked the most in the regular season, ever.
That's crazy.
And they were sacked 9 times against Tennessee in the playoffs and still win the game.
Crazy.
So they find a way to win. I talked to Jonah Williams a couple of days ago, the left tackle for the Bengals, and he said, listen, we know what's going on. We understand. All we can do is try and execute. It's not like we can change everything, so we try and execute. If it doesn't go well, we got 40 seconds to do the next play, so we got to forget about it. So to me, the biggest thing is going to be down and distance. If Cincinnati gets caught in a lot of 3rd and longs, they're in trouble. They're done.
Yeah.
Because now that D-line's going to tee off, and they're going to have to max protect. If they can have that 3rd and 4 or 3 and less, that opens the playbook up. You can run shorter routes. Burrow can get rid of the ball quicker. And the line can block with 5 then because they don't have to hold it as long. So down and distance is going to be a real key for me in this game.
What do you think about Burrow?
Burrow, everybody talks about, the it factor. He has the it, and then what is the it factor? To me, the it factor is for Burrow is the rest of the team believes in him enough to know that they're never out of it, right? Down 21-3 to Kansas City. 11 at halftime. They were down 11.5 in the regular season. He brings them back. So a lot of times, players know more than anybody. If you get down by 10 or 13, our guy can't do this. And you kind of sit there with that lost look on the sideline. There's not a lot of chatter. You're almost kind of resigned to, we're going to need a real break. For Cincinnati, it's like, let's go. We got a guy that can get it done. We believe in him and what he's doing, so we're going to come back and win this game.
Mike Golic joining us here on The Blitz. And I know, it's live radio. We're up against time walls. But, dude, last couple of years that I've seen, you are looking so good. Every year, it's better and better. What are some of the secrets?
I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes about 17 years ago, so I had to kind of change my lifestyle. So really the difference for me is I move a lot, I work out a lot, and I probably eat like 85 good, 15 bad now, which is way better than I did.
It was 1585.
It's exactly right. I will never give up sweets.
Yeah.
but I just do it less frequently. And I would never tell anybody, oh, you got to give it up. That's bull.
Yeah.
And it drives me mentally crazy. Every now and then you got to pop some of that, man, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's been the big thing. I eat smarter and I move a lot.
And good water.
Very good water. Hydration is key. So I'm here on behalf of Alkaline 88, a Shaq approved company, by the way. Shaq's a partner in this company, and Shaq knows winners pretty well. So it's a great water. The 88 means 8.8 pH balance. It's the it's the perfectly balanced number, perfectly balanced water out there. Ionized water. The taste is phenomenal. The key from a health side is everybody needs to hydrate. You will be rehydrated quicker with less water of Alkaline 88 than other water that doesn't have that balance. You'd have to drink way more of it to get hydrated. This, you get hydrated quicker.
So the 88, here I was trying to think, is it Michael Irvin? What famous Drew Pearson? What famous we're Cowboy Country? What famous 88 has a water?
8.8.
I mean, Troy Aikman's new beer
exactly.
is 8. I mean, it's
8.8 pH balance. So that's not the sexiest thing you want to put on the thing. 8.8 pH balance. So Alkaline 88. So it makes people be inquisitive like you.
Yeah.
And then you can explain perfectly balanced water, great hydration.
Mike Golic, always appreciate seeing you, man.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Good stuff. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, live on Radio Row.